A zombie villager? Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that Minecraft had that? Yeah. I'm just trying to wait for the stream to catch up. Saying we're live, and there we go. Pow. And got the chat popped out. But yeah, no, dude, like I said, last night I have a weak spot for recipes. Like, instead of looking at the recipe and watching it, I should have been getting XSplit launched and getting us ready to stream and this and the other. No.
I'd rather pretend to be a fatty for a minute.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. Like I said, it looked like an interesting idea. She's like basically, like I said, a homemade stuffed crust or homemade French toast, stuffed French toast, because that's what it is basically. It's a cheesecake filling, but it's just not that good. Like, I feel like stuffed French toast would be better if it was actual, like, if it was more instead of it being pure sugar, it was more cheesecakey.
Right.
Then again, I've worked at IHOP when they first launched that. I burnt myself out on it within the first month of it being out. Because, weighted tables.
Yeah.
If I didn't have this damn cyst in my mouth, fuck, dude. I'd so go back to waiting tables. Even with my teeth fucked the way they are, at least with the cysts gone, I can still make good money.
Yeah.
The cyst is just distracting now. I mean, and we're talking, I'm the guy that, like, I would make sure my tables are taken care of, be taking care of my side work, have everything straight, ready to go, to where when it's time to clock out, fuck you motherfuckers, I've already got my silverware rolled and everything. You can kiss my ass. I'm clocking out and I'm gone. You think I'm playing, dude. Only problem is my me and my friends hung out there as well, because, it was different when get off work at IHOP, go down to Denny's.
Right.
Don't have Denny's no more. Actually, the building that was Denny's is now IHOP. Still kind of salty.
Oh, God, what the
fuck? I said, oh, God, what the fuck? Actually, before I almost forgot one very important thing. Actually being logged into the server before I, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We need to get you set up for streaming too. Okay. All you really need is XSplit. I mean, you can always try doing the screen share, but I'm not sure if that'll work, especially when last time. Oh, fuck me. Oh. That was almost a bad thing. I found lava.
Found lava the hard way?
Uh-huh. Luckily for me, I was paying attention. I was like, alright, let's see. So it should be right about here somewhere. Like, let's just say, like I said, I came across some redstone, right?
Right.
And I was like, oh, sweet, redstone. Then was very quickly like, oh, fuck, redstone. No more. No, I don't want to be engulfed by lava. Lava and I stopped talking years ago. Lava and I stopped talking after I got that restraining order. Any kid watching this would have no idea what that joke is implying. Adults would probably lose their shit, though. All right. I know it's around here somewhere. I might have gone a little too far. That might be the issue. And there's water above us here as well, huh?
Yep, I accidentally flooded a cavern. That's how I'm still alive. I flooded my cave by accident, and it freaking diluted the creeper's explosion.
Hey, that works.
Yeah.
Grr. Grr. You already know what happened. Again. Oh. Oh, fuck me, male feminist ally, win a secret. Yes, yeah, that, well said. Well said, send this one out there, yes. Because, you know, we all know, male feminist, you mean a rapist? Male feminists
all successful predators all successful predators are in hiding.
Yep.
In plain sight.
I still love that dude just sitting there sweating. Like, god damn. And of course, you know, the whole and what's funny is I had heard about Reset the Clock from Brian Ball talking about military stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then heard Reset the Clock from Tim Pool talking about male feminist allies, and I lost my shit. Because it had a different connotation to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking military, things like that. And then, yeah, I can see it. Oh, and, oh, I'd rather be water than lava, that's for sure. Not even going to be mad about that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Having your own issues. So, more water. I'm not even mad, though.
Not in a good way.
Like, no, I'm actually kind of glad we got the water here. That's actually maybe end up being useful, but that also tells me.
God damn it.
And we know it's not. Why? That's odd. The viewer, like, found it.
Oh boy. This way.
Alright. Now for the fun part. As I keep finding how high the lava goes. And there's, okay, so the, so apparently, if our two tunnels are connected, I'm gonna laugh, but I highly doubt it. Nope. Off the looks of it. And disconnected you again. And we know it's not my computer. At least it shouldn't be.
It's probably on my end because I think it's raining outside.
Oh, so you're getting shitty bandwidth. Gotcha. Well, you already do.
School was canceled today because of threat of extreme weather. So.
Well, remember, Mississippi's in Tornado Alley too, isn't it?
I'm not too sure.
Like, because I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Wouldn't be surprised. But, all right, so time for the fun of trying to, like, might as well That moment where you're like, screw it, I'll just mine out the shit here and hope to find the all the lava I can get my hand on. Because sooner or later we will find some diamonds around this lava.
Eventually.
Do, do. It doesn't matter of finding it. But yeah, no. So the bit I told you about my parents trolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also took a quick moment to explain Clown World to them. Well, to my mom anyway. It's and like the cultural relevance, why it's so important, why it pretty much it sums up the state of, I guess you could say the state of affairs within the country
Mm-hmm.
so well and around the world really.
That's the
I just find it sad that that meme does sum up what's wrong with the world so well. It's like, you know, we the world's pretty like there's plenty of I think a lot of us who are already pretty nihilistic to begin with. We don't need help. We really don't. Why are you helping me become more nihilistic? I'm just saying, Chuck Palahniuk already got his claws in me.
because everything you do in life is pointless. Might as well just have fun with it.
Right. No, but the thing I find funny is it's like Chuck. How many people do you think Chuck Palahniuk introduced the concept of I guess you could say the idea of nihilism to? Yeah, you're just not having any luck with the game, dude. And we know it's not my computer because I completely restarted it and everything.
It's pretty great out there.
You just seriously broke up there. There we go. Now you're clear.
Let me just. Oh.
Go figure. You get a free day at school to be able to just spend the day goofing off, playing video games, doing what you'd rather do. And Junet's like, no, man, no, screw you. You ain't getting no time in your Minecraft. Come on. Still find that funny though, because like I said, before you hopped on, I was like I said, listening to the Rubin Report. Avi Yemeni, I think is the dude's name.
Mm-hmm.
Interview, and it's like, Comedy Central, you're hurting yourself more than you're hurting anyone at this point. Do we need? Well, you're in the game.
Need to get some goddamn cable.
All right. Well, I thought you said you live out in the sticks.
Yeah, that's exactly why I can't get cable.
Yeah. If you live in that's a one, and believe me, part of me would love to live out in the country. Nobody fucking with you. You live out in the middle of nowhere. Only people that.
I mean, even despite that, we still got stuff stolen from us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we just had a bunch of gas cans lying around for our shit, and then just one day our gas cans were stolen.
That's like some crackhead level shit. Let's see. Even though there's a high chance everything we do is ultimately meaningless, I still view the philosophy of nihilism to just be for killjoy, up your own ass faggots.
Not really. You're more often going to find nihilists partying 24/7 than anything else. That's like one of the biggest misconceptions of nihilism.
I wouldn't like really know. Like for me, nihilism always represented, I guess you could say that's the other problem. Nihilism has many schools of thought because I've always tried to fancy myself a bit of a, if you will, a futurist. Someone who looks to the future and tries to figure out the problems we're going to be facing tomorrow, today. We'll come to find out that's actually a school of thought in nihilism. And I was like, what? But if nihilism's supposed to be all about, nothing you do really matters, you get the idea.
The only core concept of nihilism is the rejection of absolute morality and the meaning of life. That's really about it.
Oh, I keep forgetting my headset's on this side for a change.
Yeah, that's basically the foundation of all nihilism.
Well.
And to be fair, you can do a lot with that.
Well, I don't know. I do agree with. I guess you could say one school of thought where it's. I don't even know what exact group uses it, but one of the problems in our society is we've reached a point where sexual liberation is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, and if you ask me, it's also one of the problems with our society. We've become too sexualized. I blame fraud for it, dude. Fuck fraud. Everything revolves around the dick. If you're unhappy, it's because you're not getting enough. Fuck you, you jackass. Look, just because you are unfulfilled sexually doesn't mean the rest of us give a shit about being fulfilled in that area. And projecting that onto others is part of the problem. And I think that's why, on the one hand, nihilism's great and all. I get it. In today's day and age, it's become more or less a defense mechanism. And Gorgonite says, really, I've interacted with more of the killjoys than the ones you're talking about.
And chances are you probably found like new nihilists who are just reconciling their discovery, I guess you'll call it. Because after a while, the pressing streak is very boring, and then they're like, screw it, nothing matters. I'm going to go out and drink all day and party. Maybe do some drugs.
I'm instead going to love on a kitty. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, love on the kitty. Are you happy now, big guy? Huh? Are you happy now? No? Well, you're never happy. Because nothing's ever going your way. And there you go again.
Like Gorgonite, how you said you've never found a party nihilist, only found depressing nihilists. I have yet to find a single depressed nihilist, and meanwhile found all the party nihilists.
That's hilarious. It really is.
Oh, and not even like party nihilists sometimes, just some nihilists that are like, nothing in life matters, so I'm just going to do what I want to do, mostly.
Which is, kind of par for the course at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, well, everyone else is doing it. I might as well. I just don't see who would want to willingly be that depressed is all I gotta say. Like, nobody likes that guy. That guy's the guy that's mad that he's not invited to the party, but then will do the exact things. I just lost a bunch of shit. I just lost a bunch of shit.
Nope. I felt that pain.
Like, you saw what it said.
Mm-hmm.
And
I saw the fire. You know what I mean?
and that's everything that I had on me. That's a lot of
Everything
shit.
was purely in the lava pit.
Uh-huh.
Oof. Big oof.
I had, oh. Oh, ha, 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 ha.
Nearly 3 stacks of iron and a crap ton of wood.
Oh, just, oh. Another brand new pickaxe, too. And,
F.
Gorgonite says a lot of the problems in society can be traced back to us taking pseudo-intellectuals Europeans seriously. Ain't that the fucking truth? Like I stated before, Freud and his one of his disciples, if you will, I think his name was like Reich or something like that. And they put like Reich was one of his like preferred students, and Reich did everything he can to make sure that Freud's ideas were taken seriously. And then on his deathbed, you find out that a lot of the patient that he based his mea culpa, I believe is the right term, or his opus, his grand thing on that confirmed everything that Freud was saying, that he was saying, was himself.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's
sort of like the guy who introduced the concept of gender. Apparently, his whole study thing was a farce.
It just, and like, don't get me started on the whole, like, are you talking about the dude that was doing all the trans studies and everything?
The one where with trying to figure out like his idea of gender and gender being separate from sex, he found a boy who had a twin who through circumcision accidentally had like his dick like cut off. So he went into like the family like, no, don't try and correct it. Instead, try and raise them like you would a daughter. So we're going to see if some shit happens. And then like after like,
Oh
God, how the hell did that happen?
Oh no!
No!
You saw?
That was ridiculous. How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
That is weird.
Like, hello? And our chicken
now
was
our chicken's out. God damn it.
motherfucking creeper, man. Like,
Son of a bitch.
very much a son of a bitch. How we can't even get you back in the kennel now, or back in your cage now. I just want.
Only one stone brick survived?
Yeah, only one.
God damn.
And I lost a lot, pretty much the rest of them in the lava.
That sucks. But as I was saying, so he just went to the family and was like, no, don't try and fix the problem. Don't give him his dick back. Instead, raise him as you would a daughter. Let's see if the shit that I guess would happen is going to happen. And so they did, and after like decades of being raised like a girl and being questioned about this, that, and the other, yeah, no, the person still considered himself a guy, and I think he even like tried to sue the doctor for like everything.
I don't blame you, dude. That's pushing ideologies onto children is never the right thing to do, especially if you know for a fact that, or not so much if you know for a fact, especially if you don't know for a fact you're correct. And Gorgonite says, and then there was Karl Marx, a literal leech of society who didn't know thing one. of the shit he was talking about, and became the Jesus Christ of Russia and China. More than that, became the Jesus Christ of the far left. You mention anything about Karl Marx, and they're all like, "Well, actually."
No, I. Well, the thing is, I think the one that went through circumcision fine was didn't do anything to himself, and the one that had the box circumcision, I think ultimately he's still fine. I think he even got married. He's just pretty much still trying to get money from like his parents and the researcher for the shit that happened.
Well, I don't know why he'd be trying.
I'm not sure how that story ended.
Well, and like, why are you going after your parents in that one, dude? They were doing what the doctor said. They were going off of.
It wasn't a doctor. It was someone from the outside saying, "Hey, don't fix the dick. Let's see if my theory about gender is correct."
Mm-hmm.
And the parents were like, "Okay."
So I was like, no point in getting mad at them. I mean, they were.
Well, I mean, they're the one who consented to the whole thing to begin with.
Well, yes, but at the same time,
They didn't have to do that.
They didn't have to. But when you go to a doctor, you're going to get expert advice from someone who's supposed to know what he's talking about.
As I said, if it wasn't a doctor, it was a researcher from the outside coming into their business about it. It was a
Then,
third party.
well, either way, it's still one of the point I'm making is it's still a situation that you can't be mad at them, the parents, for. I think I'm being called, so give me one moment. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just figure out the way to this labyrinth I made for myself. Hello.
Hopefully that fixes my indigestion and everything. See. Alright, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, quiet. Thought you were up to something. Felt like EA right now. I still love that meme. Those bastards are up to something. Yes, they are. This is EA we're talking about. They're always up to something.
EA, we are making a single player story driven game with no microtransactions, none like that. Also, EA, trust no one.
Yeah. Like, dude, EA's trying to rebuild their brand, and let's see how well that works out for them in the end.
I hope no one's going to fall for it, but I know some people will just because Star Wars.
Oh, dude, you already know people are going to fall for it simply because.
No one this day and age care about quality. Nobody. It's depressing.
Oh no, people care about quality. It's just the thing is
I have seen all the evidence to regard otherwise. They will still buy shit just because it's product X.
well, yeah. The only thing I'm like, on the one hand, I
They
can't
do
be
not
mad.
care about quality. They have been conditioned to no longer taste quality.
Right.
They've been conditioned to not ask questions, just to consume product and then be excited for future products.
Oh yeah, but see, the thing is though, TLJ and Captain Marvel is the true test of whether or not that is a sustainable model. I'm gonna just do it this way because, and the reason why I say that, I think I might have figured out where that creeper came from. Just see, I'm just gonna go ahead. I made us a fuck ton of. I think that might work. I might have to alter it. We shall see. The creeper might have come from one of the window ledges,
Right.
and fell down, especially up top because I don't think there's any light up here. Yeah.
That could be a reason.
So I was like, just place 4 in the room to make sure it doesn't just cause, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But and Gorgonite says, and on top of that, really, we're going with the Order 66 Survivor shtick again. He's kind of got a point. Didn't
Well, I mean, the prequels don't really give you a whole lot of room to really do any other stories with a Jedi outside of Order 66 Survivor, other than someone who just so happens to like have the Force and just doesn't realize it until it's too late.
Gotcha. Had to turn you down. My eardrums started being like, I can't take it anymore. But no, it's not even that with me. Let me also stick one there just to be safe. But it's not even that with me. It's just the fact that I like. For me, I was all excited when the Force Awakens trailer dropped. I was like, I'm not even a big Star Wars guy. I'm not even a Star Wars guy, and I'm excited about this movie and The Last Jedi. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really that excited for The Last Jedi. Something told me it was just going to end up being another culture war battleground, and that is just, let's just say, the fans were gonna lose.
Fucking Mitch. While I was dealing with a bigger zombie, a baby zombie just came out of nowhere, became a freaking problem.
So one of the midget zombies.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Now I gotta find where the hell my corpse is so I can get my shit back.
About that. You see, what had happened was I may or may not have sold your corpse to science.
Oh boy.
For science!
For science, of course. Yep, here I am. And I just get all the stuff and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All right.
Edit. Sir. Okay. What's up here?
Just
here.
I want to go back down and continue my search for diamonds, but at the same time, I'm still really salty about what happened in my last search for diamonds. Just saying.
Oh my god. How many pitfalls?
Oh wait, hold on, dude.
You suck. You suck. You suck.
Not just suck. Suck and swallow. Right. The nostalgia had me hook, line, and
I'm going to be
sinker with.
stuck in these caves for a long ass time because they are absolutely massive.
Right. But Gorgonite says, the nostalgia had me hook, line, and sinker with The Force Awakens, and then a day or so passed by, and I really started thinking about the movie. Yeah, well, that's just whatever. See, Abrams may have given to quote Game Informer back in the day, talking about Batman Arkham Origins and whatnot. Rocksteady, they said Rocksteady gave WB Interactive the keys to the nice shiny Lamborghini, and WB Interactive decided to fuck that shit up. Yeah, that's what happened with Ruin Johnson, gorgeous, and wait, no, and that's what happened with Ruin Johnson and the Last Jedi. He was like, well, my subversion.
After I saw what happened with The Force Awakens, I'm like, okay, there's no way that The Last Jedi is going to be good. And then come to find out.
Lo and behold, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing that gets me is The Last Jedi could have been good, all right? If they'd stuck to a lot of the plot points, they'd had a fucking plan, all right? Like, the original trilogy, you can tell they at least had a fucking plan.
But then Johnson ruined the plan. He betrayed the plan.
Mm-hmm. And they've been trying to play catch-up ever since, and that's why they're like, oh, we're going to have a plan moving forward, 10-year plan, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, because Kathleen Kennedy wants to keep her damn job, and she knows everyone's clamoring for her to be,
fired.
Yeah. And so she's like, well, I could either continue to play the woman card, which is already getting old, and people were calling me on it ringing hollow in the first place, so it just doubly so now. Plan. That's what we'll do. We'll actually have a plan this time. And it's like, why didn't you have that from the get-go? A plan would have made it to where all the problems you're having with fans right now and all the hatred that they have for you wouldn't be there.
Yeah. Not even wrong.
Like, we'd have been like, okay, all right. Because Brian Johnson couldn't have been able, they wouldn't have just said, oh yeah, do your own thing. Brian Johnson would have been like, well, this is too structured for me. And may I say, you can subvert expectations, all right? You can totally subvert expectations. Hell, sometimes the subversion is like really...
Mahler talked about that. One of the best examples he had for it was a movie. I can't remember what it's called right now. It was a movie where you got like two main characters, one being a FBI agent, I think, pretending to be a part of the mafia, and then a mafia member that was basically just being a fake criminal informant for the FBI. So it was supposed to be like this whole like counter espionage between one another kind of deal. That's what it was started to set up to be. But then early on in the film, the FBI guy just gets freaking shot in the head in the elevator, and then it comes to find out it's an entire movie about the mafia inside man trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
All right, I'll take.
Your dad and I are going to be leaving here in a minute or two.
Okay, I figured as much.
Okay. You want me to leave the door open so you can hear the kids?
No, I'll still hear them.
Oh, okay.
Harley has a loud bark, believe me.
Okay.
All right. Are you talking about The Departed? Because this sounds a lot like The Departed.
It might be that.
The original trilogy wasn't really planned out as a trilogy. That was just sort of happened through the unexpected success of A New Hope. The prequels were almost autistically planned out, and waiting on the next response. But No, because I remember Leo DiCaprio getting shot in the head in The Departed, right? Like in the elevator. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah, it was in the elevator.
That's why I'm like,
It probably is the Departed.
good movie, very good movie.
Yeah, and I will have to agree with Mahler. That is a very good example of subverting expectations.
Well, I was gonna actually use in the context of like comics and whatnot, and having a specific source material. All right.
Right. I mean,
Whoo.
if we're talking about with subverting expectations with Star Wars specifically, I would say Knights of the Old Republic 2 is a good one.
All right. Well, no. What I was gonna say is more, for instance, the Aquaman movie. There's a scene in there. I've mentioned it before. I think I have. Where near the beginning, Aquaman and his dad are in a bar, right?
Right.
And these guys make a big fuss, come walking over. Looks like they're looking for a fight, and this, that, and the other. And then, right when you think the fight's about to happen, dude reaches into his vest and pulls out a pig cell phone. It's like, man, can we get a picture with you? You're like a local hero or whatnot. In the comics, when something like that has happened, Aquaman literally kicks everyone's ass because they're looking for a fight.
Right.
This time, they set it up like they're looking for a fight, and then it's, can I get a picture with you? And like the rest of that scene is the photos of them getting drunk with Aquaman, like the group of guys getting drunk with Aquaman.
Yeah.
And like that's good subversion. That is what you were expecting, because that's how it always happens, versus what you got and the way it was executed.
Right.
Like you didn't walk away from that feeling cheated, like, oh, I did have both buckets of water. Oh no. You didn't walk away from that experience feeling like I just got cheated out of something. Like the Last Jedi, you walked out of there feeling like you got cheated out of your second movie, from what I've heard from everyone. Like everything that the first movie built up, the second movie just kind of shat all over.
Yeah. Everything that was set up by The Force Awakens it just did not have its closure in Last Jedi. The Last Jedi knows no such thing as closure.
Which is sad, really, because it's supposed to be the out of sounds, The Last Jedi is supposed to be the next in the second in a trilogy. How are you going? How are you going to, you know what I mean, have halfway through the trilogy things change? You know what I mean?
Yeah, now we're just at a point where like there's practically no way for the heroes to really bounce back because the New Republic is dead. Practically all the Resistance is dead. The only thing that's left of the Resistance is just like 12 people inside of the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Han is dead. Luke is useless and dead.
Well, at least the way they left it off, Luke is useless and dead.
He literally force ghosted right on screen. He force ghost.
Oh no! I know that, but there's, even though they're trying to say that they're the Reign of the Skywalkers or whatever.
Right, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of the Skywalkers is going to respect what Ruin Johnson did. No, he's not. No, it's not. The only way they'll be able to actually make that movie and make it work is to completely ignore what he did and retcon things in Episode 8.
I just hope that Episode 8 is just a different Episode 7. That's all I really hope for.
Well, you mean Episode 9?
I mean, Episode 9 is just a different Episode 8. That's all I hope for.
All right. Like, oh, we
completely sidestep everything that Ryan did.
And like the thing that irritates me is it's like, you know, Carrie Fisher died in between the making of
You would have thought that with her dying, they would have like kept Leia dead instead of bringing her back, they would have just kept her dead.
And that would have
Just change the script a little bit.
yeah. No. Mary Poppins, her way into the ship, like, which that still really bothers me. But
I still can't believe they literally just Mary Poppins her back onto the ship. That's just no.
And Gorgonite says to you, if I was in charge of the sequel trilogy, I would have said it 1,000 or so years after Cade Skywalker's journey, and basically have it to where Krea's plan succeeded, thus ending the vicious, endless cycle and forced sadistic sadistic will over the galaxy.
Yeah, the Knights of the Republic 2 is very much a critique of the Force itself, and it's very well done.
But the point I was about to make about Rian Johnson, what he did, you can tell he had he's the type of guy that'll sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I watched this movie, seen it 1,000 times, 100 times," and be able to just bullshit his way through. Whereas me, I'm like, okay, I haven't seen the movie. Everything, all the knowledge of the movie I have is from, is more or less secondhand from those who have seen the movie, various reviews and videos on it, things like that. I'm at least honest about it.
Yeah.
I'm also honest that I have no want, will, or drive to see the movie, even though once I hit 1,000 subs, I will subject myself to that movie. Like I had the voodoo.
That's gonna be a thing. 1,000 sub special. Watch Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Like I haven't even bothered to redeem the voodoo code.
Oh boy.
What does that tell you? Normally, that's the first thing I do is redeem the voodoo code. Make 5 again. Oh, I can do it this way. We're going to need to make more. Oh, wait. No, we've got on wood for the time being. All right. And. Oh, wait. Might help if I actually. Heard there. Hi. My name's Josh. I almost put the. Can't keep the 1. All the redstone I had on me. Fuck's sake, man. I had a fuck ton of redstone. This is so making me mad. All I gotta say is the Minecraft is, or I should say the frustration that Minecraft's bring forth is real.
Nah.
And they're doing something. Lava. And what's stupid is, part of the reason why I'm so mad about it, I'm mad at myself. I know better. Know better than to dig. Yeah, than to dig straight down.
But yeah, that's exactly what you did.
Uh-huh. Dug straight down, right under me, didn't even think about it. I've played Minecraft enough times and have, made enough rookie mistakes to know better. Nope.
That's what you think.
Alright. I was like, oh, I need to make a rookie mistake for the sake of making a rookie mistake. Oh. But, see, some of the things I used to do is I used to, take the lava and make art with it.
Right.
So I would, have a big old glass and lava fixtures. But,
back on the Star Wars movies, I recently found out about them making a Knights of the Republic Star Wars movie.
Oh god, well, yeah, I saw the article yesterday. I'm just like, I'm
like, no, please. Knights of the Republic's all I got left. Don't do this to me.
Oh, but they are. They're going to do this to you. And they're not even going to be nice about it. There's no lube, no pillow talk, none of that shit. just straight. Oh, we're making this movie, and you're going to like it.
Yeah,
you
we
like
got a
it?
new chicken.
Hmm?
We got a new chicken.
Oh, nice! Yay! Because you know the that's still fucking creeper, man. I go outside after dying, and then a creeper fucks up. And you can tell I'm just like, I can't get over the fence, and I didn't have anything on me. To like
I could
hop
have
over the.
sworn we could have, like in older versions of Minecraft, we could jump over the fence. I'm not sure why we can't jump over the fence anymore.
Don't know. I just know that was. I was certainly disappointed in myself for that. Because I got thinking about it after the fact. I could have just gone into the chicken pen and figured out a way to get out of there.
Yeah.
But I was just sitting there like, ha ha ha. Uh, but either way, it's done. It's over with. Most I can do about it now is laugh and just kind of collect up the coal that I'm collecting now. For hopes that it might lead me to either a gold, preferably a diamond, but a vein of sorts.
Yeah.
Got a fuck ton of coal now. I mean, we already have plenty of coal, let's just be honest. That's even with
Plenty
me.
of gold, plenty of iron. We just need to get other stuff.
Alright. Well, and may I say, oh wait, give me a second to get up at least to my room. And Gorgonite said, on top of that, they're going to have the same jackasses who said fuck it to Game of Thrones writing standards after season 4 in charge of writing KOTOR series gets more alcohol. Yeah, pretty much.
And really, the only reason I'm even remotely interested in Fallen Order is because Chris Avalon is writing for it. But even then, I'm still, it's probably still going to be bad, which sucks because I don't want Chris Avalon to have that attached to his name.
Especially after you found out what he's doing or what he did do to uh, the Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh yeah, I forgot he also did Vampire the Masquerade, but the new one.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know what?
Well,
Fuck.
I don't think it had anything to do with some of the characters for the new book for the tabletop game. I think he's only in the video game Bloodlines 2, so I just hope that that will at least be somewhat decent in some way.
They have a literal character that is all about my representation.
Oh, that guy's going to be in the game?
He's in the actual Bloodlines too. Like,
Oh, no.
yes, it's
Stop
ruined. It's ruined. To get rid of it, you got to throw it. It's one of those moments where you got to throw the bathwater out with the baby, or the baby out with the bathwater. Right there's no way around it. Just get rid of the whole thing. Bathwater, baby, everything. And you know, there's nothing that can be done. It's one of those until. And here's the thing: like the far left, when it comes to like that whole situation, they're losing. Everyone who's been paying attention to the culture war can see that they're losing. All right. It's not even they're kind of no, they're just straight losing. All right.
Yeah.
But What I'm worried about is that they're going to go, well, we're losing
No,
anyway.
that was actually the doing of the Masquerade's creator. Even then, I don't think Chris can salvage what they've laid down. Yeah, I imagine it's more White Wolf doing with like the representation bullshit, and meanwhile Chris is like, "Come on, guys, just let me have something to work with here.
Uh,
I can literally turn lead into gold, but there's to a certain extent to what I can fix."
right? And that's literally, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, it's a trend that until these, well, basically, in a nutshell, until they stop having any money come in. Because, see, here's what they do. Like, take, for instance, Captain Marvel. We all know Captain Marvel did not make the money that they claim it made through the means that they claim it made it. All right, it did not hit that thousand or that not thousand, but that $1 billion mark or almost without them doing a lot of shady, underhanded things. I'm sorry, there's too many reports of people not showing up for their tickets. I wouldn't be surprised if Brie Larson herself bought tickets. You know what I mean?
I won't be surprised if someone with enough money just bought out tickets just to make it look like it was going to be successful, and then it just all fell apart because no one showed up.
Yeah, if you're going to thus like the whole bit with whatchamacallit.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they even dipped into the like leftover movie budget in order to do that.
All right. Well, no, I'm still looking at it as I was trying to remember the American Eagle Outfitters. That's the one who did it. Where if you spent like more than $50 or more, there you got free ticket.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those tickets were given out? That money still counted. However many tickets they bought for that. And do you think they're going to do a promotion like that and drop less than 100 million on it? Especially if this suppose that they're being told by marketing reps, this is a surefire thing. This is going to get people in here buying clothes, and they're going to be getting that free ticket, and they're going to go see that movie. Do you think that they would, if that was the case, they'd spend anything less than 100 mil? So there's 100 million right there. It made 180 million on its opening weekend. Those tickets counted towards opening weekend. So that means it made only 80 million opening weekend.
That sounds about right.
I'm just saying. It's come on. And the whole shtick of oppressed female and minority vampire pisses me off so much that that's not how vampire society works, you jackasses. I know.
It is an extreme meritocracy with only slight bit of a noble class. That is it.
Well, because if remember,
and the only reason why they have the noble class is because, quite literally, the vampire powers is all based on blood lineage.
Uh-huh. Well, until an extent, if remember, age also is a factor. If you've lived long enough, you will
also age. So there's also a bit of an elder council kind of deal there too.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
There is no way race outside of like vampire clan will factor into it. There's no way gender could factor into it. It's all purely based on your bloodline and your age and your power. That's all that they care about.
Yep. No, I get it. I get it. Believe me, I do. I think, like I said, I may not have been a big Vampire the Masquerade fan, but I at least paid enough attention and spent enough time around those who did play a lot of it to at least know somewhat. There's even a card game. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But now I was actually done talking about that as well because, quite frankly, I don't know much about it. Comic books I can at least talk about. Like, I'm not going to sit there and act like I know a lot about Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse, other than the fact that they were both put out by the same company. And
they're also in the same universe, too.
Yeah, that's true. They are also in the same universe. But
yes, you can't have werewolves without vampires and vice versa, apparently.
Like that, top of that, vampires are the minority in Vampire the Masquerade universe. Yep.
Huh?
I do know
Because you
that.
just can't have vampires all over the goddamn place. Otherwise, the humans are gonna know about it and they're gonna start doing some vampire hunts.
Yeah, it's like, isn't the whole point of the Masquerade came about because of the fact that at one point the vampire population got too large and it caused the vampire hunters to start happening and things like that.
Yeah, and that's essentially like one of the core tenets of the Camarilla, the Masquerade, is to limit the number of kinds you can make. You know, the number of children you can have.
Mm-hmm. You know,
And you have to go through like a whole bureaucratic nightmare situation just to be able to have a kind, or even a servant, really.
uh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But once again, we're still talking about the same group of people who think that, uh, quite frankly, subverting expectations by completely disregarding previous established canon is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And what pisses me off, all right? Prime
Oh
example.
boy.
Prime example, all right? Back on the Last Jedi and whatnot. Just because I forgot this one key thing that just really irritates me about this. One of the friend I was telling you about that I constantly reference, oh, we have gold.
Nice. Now what we need to do is find some
Diamond?
villagers that we can start trading.
Right. But one of the friend I constantly mentioned, his ass is like a hardcore old school Star Wars fan. He like half of my knowledge of Star Wars comes from him, all right? The whole
Right.
reason why I had played Knights of the Old Republic and somewhat enough to be able to want to get it on Steam and everything. That guy, he thought Ryan Johnson's movie was amazing. And I'm like, but here's the thing. This is what social justice does. And if he'd said, no, it wasn't the best thing since sliced bread, what would have happened? His own tribe would have cast him out, right? And I'd say that'd be a good thing. His ass would be back in Lawton and not the fuck out of Portland. I'm just saying. But it's one of those, like, I really look at that situation as it was it showed, I guess you could say, what the effect that social justice has on the brain, because things that would have normally triggered hardcore, that would have set people off because of the way it disrespects the fandom. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
but because he's Ruin Johnson's part of the tribe, you can't say nothing about him.
You know, I bet Harvey Weinstein was a part of the tribe at one point.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: Harvey Weinstein was a part of the tribe, but they're not. They're ideologues. Now that does hinder one's ability to think, but Harvey Weinstein was fairly simple. And do you really, honestly suspect? Oh, you got booted again.
Yeah.
But do you honestly, truly expect Harvey Weinstein to like really see any hardcore repercussions from it? You know what I mean? And like the thing that bothers me about that is the fact that it's like, okay, you can sit there and say what he did was wrong, you know, controlling people's livelihoods through gigs and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I thought I thought it was a woman's body, her choice. If she wanted to do this,
Yeah, she wanted to sleep around or to get in order to get a job.
yeah. Like, and this is one of those areas where the rules constantly are changing. It's like, but because one person said it made them feel a specific way, now it's a problem. And it really is just annoying. It's like, look, dude, either a woman sleeping with a man to get a job is a bad thing, or it's not. Stop constantly changing. Oh, well, it's bad because he was.
I am actually legitimately surprised that the the actresses and Harvey Weinstein got away with that when it came to find out, because in all intents and purposes, that's practically prostitution.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But then again, celebrities always had different rules than us plebs.
Oh, yeah. No, I completely agree. But that's the point I'm making, dude. It's the fact that, at any other time, it's they are singing a different tune, I guess you could say. Now all of a sudden they're oh well this that he's a monster, he's this, and it's like hold up. Why do you always do this? And think about it. It's what sparked the Me Too movement. They had a lot to gain culturally from that, and then they
can get a lot of virtue out of that.
They threw they threw Harvey Weinstein under the bus for basically the thinking that would help them in the long run. And then when they got the power, they got that initial boost of power, they had everything they wanted, and then they're like, we're gonna do the same thing to Kavanaugh, and now everything, all that power that they had gained, they immediately lost. Why? Because everyone saw what the Me Too movement was, what it really was, not what it was supposed to represent, what it really represented.
Okay, for whatever reason now, hashtag Trump colluded is now trending on Twitter.
Oh God, I have to see this for myself. Give me a second. Let me get to a secure spot. I mean, actually, it should be pretty secure. I got it well lit.
The Mueller report is out now, I guess.
Yeah, and one individual was trying to say that, Mueller report.
Apparently, one of the lines he spoke was, "Oh my God, this is terrible. This is the end of my presidency. I'm fucked." I kind of hard doubt that. Very much hard doubt.
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't be. It would if it's said in private and everything. What probably happened is he said that thinking that it was like these people were coming after him. There's nothing he could do about it, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Apparently, this was after you learned about the appointment of a special counsel.
Yeah, and think about it. Whether he did something or not doesn't matter. It's if you look at things historically, and what's funny is I'm seeing no collusion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying collusion. I'm saying no collusion. Let's see. Trends for me.
I'm about to actually get off for a little bit. Apparently, I need to go to town to do something.
All right. Well, then we will, I guess, end the stream there. That's not a problem.
I guess that would make sort of sense because considering the weather, probably not going to get much done.
Hey, we were getting some things done, just not
as quickly as we would like.
Exactly. It's kind of we're gonna fight you the whole way type deal.
Yeah.
Crystal methods less damaging to the brain than social justice. Also, do you really expect SJWs to stick up for a rich male Jew? He's got a point. He really does. Gorgonite has a point. Like I've stated time and again, the left likes to sit there and claim anti-Semitism for every little thing. But when
I haven't seen as much hatred for the Jews as I have seen in the SJWs, even accounting for Muslims and the Nazis and alt-right.
I'm just saying. I am just saying.
Because all the alt-right ever talk about is just how much they hate Jews and how much they believe Jews are behind everything. Meanwhile, the SJWs are actively working against Jews.
and doing the exact same thing. I know.
The alt-right is all talk and no bite. Meanwhile, the SJWs are both all talk and bite.
Uh-huh. Granted, though, I'd rather it be the SJW side doing it, because that means we can come back from them doing it. Though the right doing it, though, like let's be on the right taking action would be what would actually destroy us, because the right would do what the right always does. Make sure if they're going to go down, they're taking as many motherfuckers with them as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they would have done. But all right, let's go ahead and since we'll probably hop back on when you get back and everything.
Yeah, probably.
We're not even going to bother with the closing pitches and whatnot. Just know we'll probably give us a few hours. We'll probably be back up. So
Yep.
later, folks.
You all have a good one.